Interesting question I got asked. How do you like to air dry your clothes? Do you like it um, on clothes hangers, the drying machine, or do you like to open up your windows and fold them and have them in the middle of a room? Um, air drying your clothing. Which one do you prefer? And that depends on where you live. Depends on the conditions. Old school used to have clothes out before people started jacking people's clothes. Don't get me started on that. Some people had their clothes pins picked. I remember one time. This is a true story. I went to church one day, and the collection plate pan by, and I saw a clothespin in it. It was green. I don't know, someone that got it mixed up with the dollar sign. I don't know, but they took a clothespin in there. Cracked me up. I never forgot that scene. But clothesline, drying machine, or air dry in your room where you open up the windows. Um, you have to really be thorough, and you got to have a good breezy day on the first and the three. The machine is cool as long as it doesn't stretch or thin out your clothes, and if you don't put it on the right way, you're looking for that freshness. You're trying to get that no static clean. You're trying to get that thing to make it fresh. There's different approaches to how to do this. Now, if you're going to do it with the window method, you have to have the machine, a dehumidifier probably, and you have to have the fans circulating, and then you get for certain delicates, because delicate clothing is the one, believe it or not, that is the most, what I want to say, can be problematic because you have to get that freshness to go through and everything. Whereas slacks and jackets and stuff, you can kind of wing it with that, but it's the delicates that are really detailed if you're going to do it the window method. Obviously, if you got it outside and then wind is blowing and it's real breezy and you give it a good route weight, it will come out cool, you know. But if you can have a dry machine that, and as long as you have a good timer and it's balanced, you could do that. So it all depends on how you want to dry your clothing. Different people have different ways, different agendas, and different things tend to hit with that. So it's all, sometimes it's subjective. It all depends on which way you want to go about it. You know, I've used all three methods, I've seen all three methods, and I grew up with all three methods. And sometimes they work in different ways. When people are washing clothing, some done the sink way, air dry way, have a heater or a fan. They have different ways of doing it. Again, some things depend on where you live, depends on the turnaround. There's different ways to dry your clothing. There's different ways where it tends to, how it absorbs in the air, the tone and the feel. So um, that's how the best way I could describe it. I can't really put it any other way because different people have different ways, and and some people just like to get their clothes done and then iron them. That's the old school way too. And sometimes people are cool with that to get the wrinkles and the crinkles out, or some people aren't. So it all depends on where you are, who you dealing with, the situations and everything like that. You know, well, some people are really fanatical about getting it right a certain way because they want to make sure it's pressed and pristine. So it all depends. If you happen to have that in an apartment building or in your home or a place location, it's just a matter of which place could give you the best hit and what you're comfortable with. But there's a lot of technical things nowadays that have simplified and more compact that you can air dry your clothing and you can get them to, in windows. And again, depends on where you are, how it impacts your windows, how it impacts the air, the circulation. So interesting. I'm looking forward to the feedback about how people like to air dry their clothing, and do they like the old way, the new way, or the new compact ways? Let me know below in the comment section. And if you ever had an experience with a clothes hanger and someone push it off in the collection plate, let me know, because that one was still hilarious to this day. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like, and hit that membership, because when you do requests like this come true, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.